Hi everyone, it is me, Sailor. Okay, we'll do it this. Hi everyone. Shit, it's already dark. We're kind of dark. Hi everyone. It is shit. Do it again. Hi everyone, it is me, Sailor Mercury, Sailor Quicksilver, and me, Sailor Mars, Sailor Redworld, Ray. We're going to give our thoughts on the first Sailor Moon saga that we watched today on Cartoon Network, or drawing show Folkwork, Adult Swim, Grown Up Swim. So this one is where first we all meet up with Sailor Venus and ask her if she's the Moon Alderling. She doesn't know. She's a fighter like the rest of us, and she's gone. Then, then after, then after that, you know, then after that, Queen Beryl was irked, at Zoisite and Malachite for, not Malachite asks Queen Beryl why did she call them back from the fight, and she said Queen Metalia told her to do it. And at the end of the day, that's what happened. And they kind of didn't know who knew who Darien was. And Beryl said not to harm him. He wants him alive. So then Zoisite meets up with Darien at his house, talks to his Farseer, and Darien makes a deal they will fight at what's known as the Starlight Steeple. Then the next day, Serena is running late from after Learn, and Ray, well, I said in Deke, if you are a minute late or small late, you're meatloaf. But in Viz, I said you're a meatball head blockhead, dimwit. But what I said in Deke was more kinder. So she meets up with Darien and says he's got a bee on his back and smacks it off in Deke. And then Darien calls her meatball head and she says, don't say that. And he goes, sorry, Serena. And then Serena's worried about him because she sees blood, so follows him down the side street. And Darien gets all freaked out by she being there. And she goes, why do you care about me? Because you're harmed, you're bleeding, you didn't get that by working out, and you're Ray's friend. He goes, what's it to you? Then Zoisite takes both of them, and they're in the Starlight Steeple. Now, Amy, with Lita and myself, were met at Sherry Hill's temple, or, Blue or Red Hill Worship House. And we're all fighting over why Serena's late. And in Deke, I say she's not a sailor fighter, she's a loser fighter. And it's way over her being late. And then Mina shows up and says you're having a rile since Serena didn't show up. You didn't call, you didn't hear from her. I think she's at the Starlight Steeple. We need to go. So Darien and Zoisite get into a talk. Malachite takes the rainbow hearse. Darien doesn't like the deal they got and said they got some oversight they got to follow, and said, what was that? And throws a rose, and throws a rose at Zoisite. And Zoisite gets pissed off and says if Darien wants to fight, they go to the top. Him and Serena both get thrown in to go to a rising room, and Darien starts telling Serena about how his mother and father died in a Wayne mishap when he was about 5 or 6. His mother and father died. He lost his thoughts and doesn't know if Darien is his name or not. Doesn't even know who he is or what he is, and seeks to get in the folklore silver hearse might give him the answer to all that. Well, then Serena and Darien finally meet up, and Zoisite wants to slay both of them and says she'll call it a mishap, and Queen Beryl won't mind because she thinks Queen Beryl won't know about Zoisite going against the oversight. Well, Serena becomes Sailor Moon, Darien becomes Tuxedo Mask. We break into the Starlight Steeple and start going up all of these steps. And sadly, we're there too late because Tuxedo Mask gets stabbed and he's dying. And then that's when we learn that Sailor Moon Serena was the Moon Alderling, Alderling Serenity, or Alderling Serena in Deke. And that's where it ends. Now, there wasn't really too much anything in here that Deke shifted or cut out, just only what was being said, but not what was being done. They did keep the blood in there. That wasn't cut out at all. I mean, Darian being stabbed, that was kept. The blood from being happening in the saga before was kept in. So that's what we think. Tell us what you think about it, and we'll be back for the next one.